back to the Open Mic Podcast. We're back this week with a brand new edition. Actually, we're going to do the same show we did last week, but y'all didn't listen, so it doesn't matter.
Ready, take two.
Yeah, that is, of course, Jason with me as always. Say what's up, Jason.
What's up?
And this week we have a very funny friend of mine and Dallas comedian. What's up, Danny J?
What's happening? What's happening?
Good to have you on, man. Thanks for making the trek over here. I'm glad you made it. I did want to bring up, I don't know if you remember this story, but back at the Fort Worth Hyenas open mic when they used to have it at the bottom of the stairs before it was in the Red Room. Mm-hmm. Do you remember, I think one of the first times they did that, you were hosting and I was on the other side of the room and the crowd was between us while someone else was on stage. And there's a guy... He's a special guy, is all I'll say. I'm not going to say his name, but he definitely has some mental instabilities.
Sounds like he's still in the scene. That's why you're not mentioning
him.
him.
Yeah. I'll tell you afterwards, though. It's ridiculous. But him and his wife would come to all the open mics, and he would do stand-up or he would sign up. And Danny's on the side of the room, and I'm just fucking with Danny, and I'm on the other side, and she's, like, in the middle between us. We're, like, on opposite ends of the room. And I look at Danny, and I'm just fucking with him, you know, doing the thing where you stick your finger through your other fingers, like the sign for banging or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I put my hand up to my mouth, and you know, you make your two fingers.
What you're talking about.
You make two fingers to a V, and you stick your tongue out like I'm eating pussy. I'm doing that to Danny just to fuck with him. Man. And the guy's wife, who they're both mentally special, she looks up and looks at me as soon as I start doing that, and she thinks I'm doing it to her. Because she starts doing that Night at the Roxbury thing, like, me? I'm like, no, it's not for you. I'm like, try not to yell because it's so...
She comes. Good thing she wasn't assumptive and was like, start winking back. And
no, she came over to try to talk to me, and I went upstairs and smoked like 8 cigarettes till they left. I was like, Yeah. I was like, it's not eat pussy for you. It's eat pussy for Danny. It's not for you.
But I have a pussy.
Yeah, no, I know. You went through that class last week and you just learned that.
First?
Me? Yeah, that's what she's like, me. Because
you know damn well her husband wasn't doing it.
Or maybe they're both special needs. I don't know.
I don't know how special needs.
Maybe they have an arrangement. Maybe their arrangement is like, you know, I don't want to eat your pussy. If you find somebody else who wants to do it, it's cool.
Well, she's married and also gross. But, you know, that's, I felt weird. Like, it's ever since then, I saw him a few more times. It's been weird. And I'm just, she's always like, hi, Mikey. That's the way she talks. I'm like, hey, how are you?
But, you know, when I first saw her, I thought they was brother and sister.
Everybody does. I still think they might be.
I almost kind of feel like all people that have Down syndrome look like they're related. I don't mean to sound insensitive.
Yeah, no.
They all look like they come from like the same family.
They look like they definitely came off that same tree if they were grown on trees. Yeah, and you know, I think if you are special needs, you should get like different rules. Like murder and rape is still wrong, but like marry your sister, whatever. I don't know. Marry a stapler. Who cares? You know, you're not hurting anybody.
I say I'm an advocate. My son's special needs, but it's just because he can't talk. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to hook him up with his own sister. So.
Daddy's like, he can do better than his sister.
He can do better than his sister, definitely.
You have to be really clear on that one, too, because then you're like, all right, well, ADD people can hook up with their sisters and brothers. Now people that have depression, PTSD,
cerebral palsy, like brain retardations. Like stuff like that, like Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. What does your son have? What is he diagnosed with?
He have autism, so it's really he can't really comprehend.
He's on the spectrum.
He on the spectrum.
My wife works in the industry of autism and therapy.
Yeah. So nice. Every time we have therapy every other month or so, but you know, shoot. So now we just thugging it out. He understands like when you talk to him, he gets it.
Oh yeah,
he understand, but he still want to be a freaking badass.
Well, that's the whole.
He's still a kid.
Yeah, he's still a kid.
That's the whole beautiful mind. You know what I mean? It really is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure in some ways he's going to end up being like a genius of his time, whether it comes to numbers, colors, singing, music, something that's very creative and artistic. Because you know, shit. I'm thinking now. Back in the day, you know, before they had the word autism, what about all these people that were making music and art and all this? I mean, Van Gogh cut off his ear, and all these other people that did music did weird stuff too. I mean, maybe they were autistic. You know, that's the greatest artists of our generation, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because like when I watch movies like the James Brown movie and like the Ray, like all those movies about like somebody who went through the trials and tribulation and they made it, they always have like a thing or they're always a little off. So when I do something stupid, I'm like, no, it just means I'm special. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
When I'm driving down the road and almost hit somebody, and because I'm sucking on the wrapper of a Reese's because there's some chocolate stuck to it, I'm like, no, I bet James Brown does this. It's fine. I'm gonna make it one day.
Well, I'm pretty sure James Brown wasn't. There was nothing wrong with him. He was just a crazy dude with a perm. So.
Yeah.
So, he was a pimp ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he
drank a
pimp.
couple too many whiskeys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man.
them cognacs. No, I love James Brown, and I just mean like in general, like those movies of like musicians and people who made it always had something weird like that, or were a little more eccentric. Which I tried to watch the Rocket Man movie with the Elton John one recently, and I didn't know that it was actually a musical formatted to kind of fit his life, and I was very upset.
Then he walked into a rocket ship, didn't he?
What do you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, he always
At
had
the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
Spoiler
I
alert.
that shit too.
Spoiler alert.
I'm saying
bad.
but I don't care. Fuck them. Nobody's listening.
My bad.
And honestly, I said I agreed just to move on because I didn't watch the end. It was a musical. I got halfway through it and I was like, all right, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah,
Me
What's
and my
next?
dad watched
Yeah.
that. I don't know why we were watching Elton John, but
The Queen one was good. The Bohemian Rhapsody, that one was really good. But that dude was so ugly with he looked like he had a spaceship for teeth.
Was that Rami Malek or something?
The guy from Mr. Robot, like he played it good, but there were some parts where I was like, oh, he's so ugly.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the face only a mother can love. That's for sure.
Just killed a man. He looked at my face and no. But thanks for coming, Danny. I was going to ask you, how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
it's finna go on 6 years right now.
Nice.
Yeah, you started like close to a year before me, I think, because
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think-
over 5 years. I think we're just a few months in between.
Yeah, on the cool, I think like 5 or 6. I don't know. It's all a blur now because I'm like, damn, I done did this shit for 5 or 6 years and still haven't made no chochos.
Have y'all seen each other in line, like at Best Texas Comic, or any of those?
All
things?
over. I worked with Danny in Tyler, Texas. Didn't even know but we run into each other in other cities sometimes.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes. I'll go to Arkansas to do a show, and I'll run into comics that I work with here and that I know from here, and I'm like, oh shit, we could have rode together and split gas, man.
Freaking asshole, what? You thought you was the only one at the show?
Yeah.
Just because you got your girl giving you a ride and you don't got to pay shit, why the fuck can't I was riding the back seat of that car?
But also,
Now you gotta talk to me.
I smoke weed on the way there, so sometimes I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna tell him. He's gonna want to ride with. He's like, I can see him being like, can you roll the window up and not smoke so much weed? And I'm be like, nah, you
know what?
You have to figure it out for yourself.
I think that's why I pretty much don't be hanging out with most of the comics on the scene, like, cause they got some weird. They weird.
So, yeah, we're all kind of weird. We all
Yeah,
got
we
weird
all kind
ticks,
of weird, but me and you understand because me and you both crazy as shit.
Yeah.
So
They all have their own kind of weird from what I've met. And, you seem to think that, like, all comics might be, like, heavy smokers and stuff like that, too. But once you start, like, lighting up and stuff, they're like, oh, no, I'm fine. It's cool. And then you find out...
Yeah, there's a lot of straight edges
people
that
are, like,
don't.
straight edge, like, going to AA, doing this, doing that, fucking Christian...
I ran over a guy, so I can't be near an open container.
Probation.
Whoa!
And, yeah.
And it's like a 17-year or 18-year-old white chick.
bro,
who's already
like
killed somebody.
I can't revert back to being. I guess, shit. I can't revert back to you feeling comfortable. I'm sorry, you.
Yeah, I'd rather on those long rides, like when I have like other spots to give out. Like I might be going to Wyoming to headline a show, and I might bring a feature. I have to like think of like, all right, who's going to drive me in their car, and who's going to let me smoke weed and cigarettes in their car, and is not going to complain the whole time, or am I going to have to take my car and make someone throw in on gas? Because if we take your car, I'll pay for the gas. But if I'm driving, you're chipping in. I don't care if I'm making more. It's just...
I would rather always drive while somebody else is chipping in on the gas because I have the control of that and I know I'm a good driver. But I would also put on that list, do you trust their driving while you're sleeping?
Hell no.
I don't trust anyone. Either way, I'm not going to sleep. I've stayed up overnight with almost everybody. It's just I can't hardly trust anybody. There's like one person in the world.
Let me
or
ask
two.
you, Danny, do you stay awake the whole ride if you're riding with somebody somewhere? Are you one of those people that just you will not go to sleep when you're not driving?
I can't.
Same.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just.
Okay. No, I'm not right the fuck out. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Jason will snore really loud and piss you off. And then when he's driving, he'll get over to pass a car and almost kill you and act like it's not a big deal. Because he did that to me on the way back from Colorado. And I'm literally screaming like furious, like, get the fuck over! And he's like, it's fine, it's fine.
No, it's like I did that 6 times already while you were sleeping, bro. You just woke up on that one.
Yeah, well, that's scary. Especially when you've been eating edibles and you wake up still high and you're like, what the fuck, we're dying.
Driving to Colorado is scaring myself. I went to the
It is.
scenic route where I guess,
That spot up.
Yeah, the one-way road back to them hills and desert shit.
up that damn freaking mountain, bro.
Oh, yeah. I did like
the way in the Denver, you have to go through there, through Trinidad and through that pass.
Yes.
You can't get pulled over, but also you're scared because it's like winding down the hill and winding up.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turns up the fear factor a little bit.
Me and M-Dot went up to that scenic rock and dealing with M-Dot, he had a caddy hoe.
Yeah.
It's a Cadillac truck in the Tahoe. So we tried that the caddy hoe. And so we driving this motherfucker up that damn scenic rock. I was like, shit. Ain't no telling if this car gonna break down on this motherfucker or not. Because it's...
Dude, I've had that happen. I literally, the night before last, no bullshit, had a dream about my car not making it up the hill, not making it up this bridge, and there's wolves like attacking people who can't make it up the hill.
You gotta run up or down the mountain to nowhere.
No, I'm in a car, and the wolves are like tearing pieces of my car off as I'm rolling backwards because my car won't make it up the hill.
Oh, man.
And I see someone in a golf cart just like jump past me. I'm like, go attack him. He's got no roof.
They want you.
Yeah, no, they wanted a
Maybe
piece
that's
of this.
symbolism as the people do want you. They want you, Mikey B. They want you.
Yeah, they want to tear me apart.
Take you apart, take you down, brother, man.
Do you have some questions for us, Jason?
Yeah, I've got a couple questions. So I was looking up some would you rathers. I've got a few interesting ones. Would you rather, and think about this, would you rather be immortal or have 9 lives?
Immortal will have 9 lives.
9 lives. I know how to maintain 9 lives.
Now, how does the 9 lives work? Like you die, you start just where you died, or do you start over in a new life?
Yeah, just like a cat. That's what cats do, right?
I don't know. I'm a dog person, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's like you get a mulligan, like you're Mario. You start from the last checkpoint.
I think I'd be immortal. I think either way I'll be tired of living, but I think I'd rather be immortal. Because after that 9th life, you're done. And I feel like I'd waste through the first 7 or 8 pretty quick. Just be like, nah, it's cool. I'll do it to like try to get some pussy. I'm like, look, I'm going to fall off this building. If I survive, you'll fuck me, right? And then I'll fall off a skyscraper and be like, all right. I do that like 6 times. I'm like, all right, I got to start saving these lives. I only got 3 left. As I'm saying it to somebody, I walk into the street and get hit by a bus. I'm like, all right, no, seriously, I only got 2 lives left.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you traded me one for half my sandwich. Like, okay, this is my last life, and I'm done at like 26.
Like, I only got 1. I can't find any free men.
Yeah. What about?
Oh, man.
What would you do?
Damn. I might as well be immortal now.
You were leaning towards 9 lives,
I
right?
was leaning towards 9 lives, but then Mikey B made a lot of sense. Like,
Because you know how you're going to spend them frivolously.
Because the first 5 or 6, you gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
you
Remember the last time you said to yourself, man, I would die for some good weed, and then you do it 5 times.
Nobody don't give you no weed.
Yeah.
Especially here. Man.
I moved to a new city and I had to find some weed. I had to spend like 3 lives.
See? And stressor.
That's the interesting thing that happened right here between you guys is that I did the exact same thing when I read that. Is I thought, no, I would just want to do 9 lives because I think I'll be able to make 9 lives last and be really fulfilling. What if I don't want to live forever? What if I don't want to?
Yeah.
And I say that just because I know I can't. So I just want to choose that now. What if I don't want to?
But being immortal though, it's pretty dope too because
for the first like 80 years, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of ham sandwiches.
Like every 100 years, you gotta do something dope though. Like you gotta fuck up something, like fucking up California.
That's if you don't. That's it. What if you don't have a chance to fuck it up because like within that first 50 years, fucking nuclear war, and then the next 50 years.
But hopefully you have a hand in that though.
Just at least on the forefront to see what happened. Like, I want to know what happened.
Right on top of a tank, like the part that shoots the actual mortars out of it or the big ass bullets out of it. Just to feel that raw power between your legs, because I've never felt power between my legs.
And plus, I can stand in front of a darn tank or something and get shot. Like, oh, boo!
How about
I can't die.
I want to be a vampire. I think about that too, because that's immortal. But like, I don't like in that. I don't want to. If I'm immortal, I don't want to grow and get old. I don't want to be a 200-year-old man and actually be a 200-year-old man.
Yeah.
I'd rather like. Get in shape first, and then now make me immortal. Yeah. I don't want to be fat like this for fucking 200 years. Yeah. Fuck that.
That's where 9 lives come in place.
Here's kind of a fucked up situation about the 9 lives too. Is what if like you're immortal, so you get locked in at that age? Probably you live at that age. That's how you look forever.
Yeah.
The 9 lives, you still get old. And then what if you, like, your very first life, you lived a full, long life, and you die of, like, cancer or whatever you die from? Do you just come right back and have the cancer again? And just keep doing that shit back and forth that time?
Or you come back and you're so old, so you got to waste the whole clip just to get it all over with at once because you banked all 9 of your lives?
Just tell your wife, just keep the pistol here. I'll fucking take myself out each time.
I'll be back.
Take out 9 life insurance policies. That's what I would do. I'd take out like 6 life insurance policies in a row, and then I'd just try to skate on the last 3 lives for a while.
You're a criminal.
Yeah, I'm a criminal.
Mikey B actually thought about that.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. Just out of curiosity, like, not getting too far into the question because I have another question that's building from this. If you guys would leave America, like, where would you prefer to go? Where would you go live? Like, just off the hip.
You know what? I said things would get fucked up. I was going to Canada. But I said fuck Canada. I'm going to freaking Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go have fun with that.
Going to Africa.
Johannesburg and other places.
Maybe South Africa, but man, those fucking gangsters out there are gangsters for real. Like, chop your arm off because they don't like you.
Exactly. I gotta conform to their ways now.
Yeah, I gotta walk around with a machete.
I gotta adapt.
Yeah, TIA, just like that movie Blood Diamond. That was their saying was TIA. This is Africa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. All the white people said it, but they're still in Africa chopping each other up for diamonds. Mm-hmm. Man, I used to think like I would I'd want to go somewhere in Europe, like maybe Germany with them freaky German hoes, or like Norway or Amsterdam. But man, now that weed's legal in Canada and there's hot French chicks, why not just go to Canada? Yeah. It's not too much different from what I like in America.
It just snows.
But it's not the same. Yeah, it snows a lot.
Mm-hmm. Here's the reason why I asked that was because my place actually that I want to go, I just want to live is Iceland.
Iceland, yeah.
I want to live in Iceland. I would live in Greenland also. Just live out my days. I mean, it's fucking everything I've seen and heard about that. And we're planning a vacation eventually to go.
Yeah.
And here's the question: Is
make sure you get a group package so I can tag along.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Man, I would want to share that with people that I cared about. You know, my brother. So, would you rather live in a place where it's always raining or a place where the sun never goes down?
Shit.
Man, I don't know. That's tough because I hate both. And also, and like thinking back to my answer, like I kind of want to say somewhere tropical, but like somewhere that has all the options for weed. Like if it was a California dispensary, that like I don't have to just smoke whatever weeds around. I'm on an island, maybe no one's gonna fuck with me, but man, always raining or no sun, or always sun. Did you say always sunny?
It's always the sun never goes down, or it's always raining.
Yeah.
I mean, I already sleep during the day, so I mean that wouldn't bother me. But I'm so fucking terrified of driving in the rain. I fucking hate it because I never have good tires. Because I can't afford to buy 4 brand new tires at once. It's ridiculous.
I probably chill in the rain.
Yeah.
Take the rain over.
You think you take the rain?
I take the rain.
I think I would be able to too.
Because
you can shut that shit out mentally. The sun is hard to shut out, and it's hot.
Like sooner or later, you're gonna start having fun in the damn rain, okay? Like it's not gonna keep me inside all damn day. Like I'll be like, fuck it. If it's gonna rain, then we gonna thug it in the damn rain. Then.
Yeah. Thinking about it, like if I'm going to the beach, like, it's raining. I'm going to the water. I don't care. I want to get wet.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Especially you gotta imagine like, damn, like it's raining all day. Shit, fuck it. I caught some females over. We can go play in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
you adapt to it.
You just turned it into a wet T-shirt contest. Basically.
24/7.
24/7.
Whichever one of these, that's how I think of most of my answers too. Whichever one of these might lead to me getting laid.
And there's weed there. Because as you notice, wherever you were living was determined by weed also.
Yeah. Pussy, money, weed. ASAP Rocky.
Like I feel sorry for people in Seattle, man, because that shit rains. Like,
well,
but they got legal weed, so it's fine.
So
because they depressed.
Out.
No, like they gotta get that shit, man.
Where I said I wanted to go in Iceland, it's basically half the year. It's 20-hour days.
Really?
And 4-hour nights. And that the other half of the year, it's constantly raining or snowing.
Jesus, it sounds depressing.
It is. It can be very depressing, but it's like I want to go to this ice island. I want to be able to go to like the salt scrub waters. I want to be able to like.
You want to sit in those hot springs.
Yeah, I want to.
That water with glaciers around, but you're in a hot pocket, basically.
There's enough people living there that it's not like a small town. It's more like a big city, but it's not a big enough city that it's like.
It's not like fucking Detroit or New York City.
Nothing like that. You know, and it's really off the grid.
Yeah, you've sent me stuff on that, and like I'm definitely curious. That's Iceland, right?
Iceland.
Yeah, that's funny. Iceland's covered in green and Greenland's covered in ice.
Yeah.
What?
I thought up to this point nobody lived in Greenland, and I looked it up, and actually there are communities and places in Greenland that people live.
Yeah. You know why? You know why they're switched like that? The Vikings did that to confuse people. They called Iceland, the one covered in ice, Greenland, and Greenland. So they'd say, "Oh, we're going to Iceland." They meant to the land covered in ice, which was Greenland. So they would do that to trick people.
Fucking assholes.
Good thing they're not around, man. We'd fucking give them a good talking to.
Yeah, and
Hey,
they cut
they
your head
prob-
off and
they
fucking
prob-
rape and rob you to death. They'll rape you to death.
Fucking assholes.
Hey, how about this? Would you guys rather have $20 every time somebody had a good thought about you, or get $1 every time somebody had a bad thought about
Dollar. Yeah, I have maybe $40 if I do the $20 round. I'd rather take it up. Dude, I'd be fucking rich.
you? As opposed to getting $20 every time somebody had a good thought about you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
absolutely.
Because you'd only collect like maybe like a couple $100 a month on that one.
If even, I had a couple $100 in my lifetime, dude. I'm so fucking negative and terrible, and that's fine. Like, I'll just cash in. The other way, I'd be rich, dude. I'd be cashing in every minute.
Man.
You $1 also for you.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good things. I'd say a couple $100, you know, a $5 here and there, but
So would you'd go for the $1 route or the $20
I'd probably
when
go-
someone has a good thought about you?
$20.
You have enough people thinking good things about you?
I hope so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you have kids
But-
that love you and stuff.
Yeah, I got kids and
nobody.
stuff like that, but you know, that just comes automatically. Like, you don't gotta like me.
Yeah, but you can buy them that way. You can buy them that way. Be like, every time you think nice things about me, I can buy you a new toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how about this one? Would you rather drink an entire bottle of ketchup, eat a whole bottle of mayo, or drink an entire container of mustard?
Oh, neither.
Yeah, obviously.
Neither.
Not the mayonnaise. My stomach started hurting just from hearing that. Like if Burger King. I know you know Burger King, but they got that Big King sandwich. It's like a double Whopper with bacon and onion straws.
I know about that.
It's good, but like the last few times I ordered it, they like fucking sopped it up with mayonnaise. I mean, it was gooed up. It was covered. It was like the burger was sliding out of the bread. There was so much mayo.
Shit.
And I took
Did
one
you say
bite.
extra mayo?
No, I didn't.
No.
They just decided I looked like an extra mayo guy, and I took one bite, and it was so rich. I would had to take a napkin and scrape fucking a hand, literally I had a handful of mayo, like a big goo gob in my hand. I think I'd do the mustard. I think I could do the mustard.
Man, wouldn't that kill you? It's fucking.
I love pickles and sour and salty
so
like that. Yeah,
Then your pee gonna be yellow as fuck.
well, it already is.
But
That
still.
dirty piss.
I
That's
feel
gonna be-
like
it's
all
gonna
of them can
stink.
possibly kill you.
Yeah,
The sugar can
from ketchup.
from the ketchup. I mean, I can put you through the roof glycemically.
Yeah.
The sodium from the iodine in the
Mustard.
and then the eggs and protein and all that shit in the mayonnaise
Ugh.
and fat.
I know you would choose mayonnaise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gonna be shit.
I eat about a gallon of mayonnaise. Fucking it feels like a week anyway. So.
That's a lot of fucking mayonnaise. That's a lot.
And I haven't gotten fatter. So
I like mayonnaise, so if I DoorDash something from Jersey Mike's or Firehouse, I always tell them to grab a bunch of mayonnaise packets, and I'll save those mayonnaise packets like a fat fucking beaver making a dam of mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah.
But then I run out and I'm like, shit, I gotta order something because I'm too lazy to walk through a store and just buy some mayonnaise.
Now, I come from, jelly sandwiches and syrup sandwiches and stuff like that. So, if I could have some bread with it, I'll go with mayonnaise.
Dude, I've had a mayonnaise sandwich is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, that white bread, you sop it up with some mayonnaise and just that on a sandwich.
man, the best flavor to me right now is fry sauce, ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together. That's whew,
I do love mixing mayo and ketchup. That shit's good.
that's at the height.
Yeah. That was on some.
Would you guys rather have crabs or lice?
Who?
He's like, you gonna put what on me?
What? Hold on.
It's got to be one or the other. Crabs
What's the
or
difference?
lice?
Aren't crabs just the lice of your pubes?
Yeah, basically.
I'd rather have crabs because it means I got laid.
I felt like I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, what's the difference? Either way, it itches. I wash with some special ointment, and I go on about my business.
Well, you can conceal crabs and still go about your life. I don't think that you really can conceal lice once they're like really infested.
Yeah, with crabs, you don't have to like of course wash your sheets and stuff. But like with lice, you got to watch. Like if you sat on a couch, you got to spray it down. Mm-hmm. Anything fabric in your car, you got to spray that down with lice shit. I think I'd pick crabs. They go away. I've had crabs before. We all have, haven't we? So they go away. You don't have to admit it. It's fine. I said previously, not that you have it now.
What do we got for you?
I take shit. Take. Yeah, I'm gonna take lice over anything.
Lice.
Yeah.
He was thinking about getting laid. He's like, well,
Yeah.
how hot is she?
I'm gonna take. What
if she was
lice.
really hot? The person that gave you knew you were getting crabs for her, but she's really hot, and you can cure crabs. It goes away.
Yeah, it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it though. He's like, but she's really hot.
She really hot. Depends.
Well, you basically look at it like this. Do you want to have?
If I'm getting crabs for her, I'm just automatic with the crabs. Like,
yeah, I mean, you're gonna get it
I'm
from
crabby
somewhere,
man.
obviously, if you choose that. I mean, but like, would you rather have your dick itch or your head itch? Basically, is what it comes down to.
Well, I don't have no hair anyway, so.
We're getting personal here. Lasers, bro. He's like a tortoise shell down there. You know?
I don't have no hair anyway, so.
I pick the crabs because I don't get crabs. I give crabs.
There you go. Hey,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I'm just kidding. If anyone's thinking of fucking me, I don't have crabs. That's it, buddy.
Would you rather speak every language in the world or be able to play every instrument?
Oh, those are both things that I like. I think I'd go with instrument because I love music and I love to just pick up an instrument and fuck with it. I can't play the drums for shit, but I can fuck around with like a guitar. I was a band nerd when I was real young, so I learned the trumpet, the trombone, the tuba, and the baritone. And they started with like the smallest one, the trumpet, and then trombone. They moved me bigger and bigger because I got bigger, and they're like, he's the only fat kid that can carry a tuba.
So they was like, he's the only one. Let him.
Yeah, it was me and one other fat kid playing tuba, and then I was like, I wanted to be a drummer. They're like, we can't teach you rhythm. I'm like,
That's too light for you.
Yeah, drumsticks. You can carry something way heavier.
Put some weight on that. Put some weight on that boy, man. He gonna get in shape soon.
I also have him carry the water cooler.
Oh man,
What would you pick?
I'll pick.
Music or language?
I pick music. I used to play drums from the church back in the Gap, so. Yeah,
I wish I could speak every language, though, because that would be pretty cool.
Well, let me
no
ask
one
you
could
this,
ever
though.
talk shit about you without you know.
But you know what? Yeah,
You can make money from playing all the instruments. I mean, you can also make a living off of being an interpreter and shit like that. But
Translator.
I think that you would make more money possibly off if you could play every instrument. I mean, like, your mixtape would be fire. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be hot. You know, I mean, if you could play everything very well, I mean, why not?
I do like to watch some videos on YouTube of these people who do live looping, where each instrument is hooked to a loop pedal. Like you can play a few strums on a guitar, and you press the pedal, it records that, and it'll keep playing it. And then you can go to the drums, and you can
that's
loop
like
that.
that one comedian, right? He had a little electric guitar and stuff like that.
I think I know who you're
What's his
talking
name?
about. I can't think of his
Brown
name.
something, J.R. Brown or something like that.
Yeah, J.R. Brown. I think he does that.
Yeah,
I've seen a few people that can do that. Todd Yon, he retired, but he used to be able to do that.
Pretty cool.
I've got one more question. They're all would you rathers tonight. Would you rather have a rewind button in your life or have a pause button?
Ooh, man.
Rewind, because I be fucking up some shit.
That's what I
be
thought
fucking
of.
up, man. For real.
Man, I don't know, because I'm trying to think of which way can I use the scummiest. Like, can I pause and like go in a bank and just pause it while the vault's open and just take whatever? Camera didn't see me
because
just
in
pause.
rewind you can't do that.
Yeah,
In
rewind
pause,
you can. Rewind,
What?
I can go back and fix my fuck ups, or I could just pause it and fix it right there and then move on.
Or, nah, I don't want to fix it right then, because then I have to be like, you know what happened? Why did I do this?
Danny's like, how did we get here?
How did we get here first? I'm gonna rewind this
Let me
shit.
try this a different way real quick, and then I can rewind it again if that doesn't work. Yeah.
And then you just live in Groundhog Day. You rewind to that moment. I do the pause. I'll go for the pause.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
I want the pause. Yeah. But the rewind is it's a tough one because you could correct any mistakes immediately made.
I can go back. I can go back and
Immediately.
fix every one of my relationships.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
But
Damn.
But then living
No,
again
but
from
then-
there
Yeah.
forward. Hey.
Yeah, then again, you know, once we rewind, you come back, you know, you be like, all right, I know what to do now.
Or I can
And
just
so you go on later on in that life, and you know, you had some little chick right there, so you know, remember what you happened when you rewind to. So you be like, all right, now I can move forward. I ain't finna rewind no more.
yeah.
Now I can move forward.
Until you need to again.
Until I need to.
Until,
I find
until
a-
the next fuck up.
to the next fuck up.
So the next fuck up.
Then if I don't fuck up, I'm gonna rewind back and say you funky bitch. Then I gotta live back.
I'll do the pause too, because every time a chick breaks up with me, I'll just pause it. You're not going anywhere.
You're not going. Can I move them?
You can go like
They're-
move the car, do this, do that, change, maybe have all her shit ready at the door or something like that, and just be like, I'm moving out. There it all is.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Go.
Get out.
It's right there.
But she's like, you have to get out of here. I'm like, what are you talking about? You just said you were leaving. Look, there's all your stuff. You already packed. Get out.
Okay.
Actually, I did have another question. It's not really a would you rather, but if you could be any cartoon character and live in that world, which one would you pick? What cartoon character would you want to be?
Oh, man.
Andy Carter.
Quagmire.
He's got a good job and he's always fucking bitches.
He's a pilot. He's always fucking bitches. He's independent. He
He's
lives on his
funny.
own. He's kind of corny like me already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm basically Quagmire without the sex or the pilot's license.
You'll get there.
Yeah. I don't know. There's so many good cartoons to pick from. What would you pick?
Shit. I probably pick. Damn. I probably pick.
Who would you pick, Jason?
I would personally do He-Man.
He-Man.
Because he's a strong-ass looking motherfucker. He can get any of those
What's
bitches
that?
in the kingdom.
You just want to walk around in a loincloth.
Why not? My next one was Lion-O. Same thing, you know. So with Thundercats.
Man, if I look like that, I'd walk around in a loincloth too, especially if I hung dong.
Why not? Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to think of this cartoon. It was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, what's the name of it?
Now, if we want to get wacky, I'll be in Foster's home for...
Samurai Jack. That's who I.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, yeah,
Cartoon
yeah.
Samurai Jack.
See, I don't really watch anime, but maybe I should. I can be with like
Ain't
one of
that
the ones
cartoon
with the.
or anime?
Yeah, that's cartoon. I just don't watch it. I don't know.
You know what's
I
funny
just
is
never been
I
into
saw
it.
somebody post a thing on Facebook the other day and it said, it was just words, and they said, they go, it's funny, everybody watches anime now and it's cool, like, but when I watched it in like 2008, I was weird.
Yeah,
You know?
I still think it's kind of weird, but I know some people are like, no, it's all about sex and stuff. I'm like,
Huh?
I have a few
Yeah.
things I watch. I watch Castlevania and stuff like that and a couple other things, and, you know,
Man, we getting.
it is what it is. Yeah.
That's that Hindu porn right there. You
Yeah.
just watch it for the sex
that
part.
was it hentai?
Hentai.
Is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
hentai.
I didn't know it's
I
one
said
of
Hindu.
those. You know. Thank you. Come again. You know what I thought hentai was for the longest time? I thought it was. You know how they do the temporary tattoos, but it's like on there for months.
The henna.
Okay.
Henna.
Oh.
I would get that mixed up, and they're like, it's hentai. I'm like, it's drawing on themselves. I don't give a shit about that.
Hey, what's going on?
And someone's like, no, it's like cartoon porn. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Why would you jack off to tattoos? That's so stupid.
But they're really good art. Yeah.
Let's time to move on to the open mic. How we doing on time over there?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is a spin wheel. You spin it first, give it a good hard spin, and then tell us what lands on, and we'll all just riff on whatever subject. It's a good masculine spin.
What we got?
The thing I love the most about my life.
Oh yeah, I wanted to add some positivity in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
very positive.
The thing I love the most about my life. What's the thing you love most about your life?
Shoots. Waking up.
Nice.
Waking up in the morning, that
Waking
fresh
up
feeling
in the
every day.
morning.
I can fix
Waking
this
up.
fuck up if I rewind one more time.
Man.
Like
Smoke a blunt. Shit,
Quantum
you
Leap.
straight.
I used
Yeah.
to love that show.
No, I did too.
What do you love most about your life? I'm curious to know.
I like that I have the freedom and I don't have to like drive through rush hour traffic every day. I work from home and I just, I'm independent and making it, and I've got a family that loves me. And
You're not stuck in a cubicle all day long, told how long you can pee and shit
Yeah,
for.
yeah, no, it's
Fucking-
I've lived that life and I said no more and I'm not. And when I'm done after this, I'll do something else. And I've decided that the thing that makes me the happiest is that I'm going to do whatever I decide to do. And, that's going to be what it's going to be.
That's awesome. I've kind of done that recently with my life. Like the last couple jobs, before like the one I lost with Corona. I kind of just quit because I was like, I'm not happy. I don't care. I've worked for over 20 years full time somewhere. Even when I get fired, I always find another job. I've had like 60 of them.
Hey,
I've done almost
you
everything.
can file Social Security and get like $300 a month if you really needed it.
Yeah,
And that's what we
which I might have to do next week.
like I like working a 9 to 5, but shit, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a system I don't want to be a part of. I have all these whole long thoughts I'm not going to get to on that, but I've kind of done that in my life recently. I'm like, you know what? I want to do what I want to do. I don't give a fuck. The system's there. I can always go back and get a job somewhere. I don't know.
They acting like you
something.
getting fired is like permanent. Like you can't work anywhere.
Yeah,
like
no,
motherfucker, I go get a job at Jack in the Box. Motherfucker, like
open myself. Yeah, I could be the manager. I got hired as a manager at Jack in the Box. So I found out I didn't have a license at the time, so that went away. But I know I can go back and be like, "Still got that job?"
Yeah,
I know they'll probably give it to me because they probably still have that job.
I was fucking 18 then. I'm 40 now. You know, I've really been on a good path if I'm back here.
No, I was 32 when that happened. I didn't have a license. Like, well, I'm 40 now, and I almost have my license. Here's the date they'll give it back.
Yeah, you still got some years before 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I got like 3
I didn't mean
more
to scoot
years.
it up on you.
No, I do it all the time. It doesn't matter. I think the thing I love most about my life is knowing that it's going to be over probably soon.
oh man,
No, the same. I like kind of on Jason's answer. I like the freedom that I have. I mean, right now obviously sucks with everything that's going on, but at the same time, I mean, I have what I need to survive, and I'm alive, you know, and. Things could be worse. The world's been open, and I've been out there working a shitty job, having a shitty go of things, and it's been worse than it is right now.
I believe
you know?
everything like this Corona shit. Really, like I don't know. It's more freedom than that I feel like I can do more because now everything's shut down. Really, Corona just wiped out all the bullshit away. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, it did wipe up some of the bullshit, but I love that, and I love that, like, even though it's more rare right now, but like being comedians and getting to tell shows, because you and I have worked together on a lot of shows. That last one in Tyler, you were fucking hilarious on that show.
Appreciate
that joke about the crackheads and the FedEx wreck.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that joke was fucking. That was good. You were featuring for me, and I remember I was like, you went over by like 10 minutes, but it was really good. And I was like, if he was bombing, I'd be pissed. But he's fucking, he's killing it. I'll just go outside and smoke a joint till he's done, I guess. Yeah. But I like the freedom of that, and knowing that like when I do make little pieces of money here and there, I get to like do what I want to do, and that's telling jokes to people, entertaining a crowd, acting like an idiot, and people like doing what I was already doing, but people like it now.
Yeah, people like it now.
Yeah,
like it just comes natural, man. Like you, like I ain't trying to add no more stress because shoot, you just making people laugh, man. It's a good medicine, man. It's good.
I think I've worked through a lot of like things in my head where I try to be now, and it doesn't always happen. I still get into random arguments and make a scene at the store.
Oh yeah.
But I try to like remind myself that I can't control what happens to me or around me, but I can control how I react to it and how I move forward. Mm-hmm. I still will blow up at the store and scream at a lady in Walgreens.
Oh yeah,
sometimes,
I go up on the motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. Like
sometimes if someone's standing too close, I'm like, "Can you back the fuck up? Can you back up, motherfucker?" And for no reason, and I get in the car and listen to some spiritual shit and meditate when I get home. I'm like, "Oh yeah, everything's peaceful."
I feel good about that. You know,
you know what? I felt it in the moment, and I stand by it. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em. And that's how I usually wake up thinking, like, "Fuck these motherfuckers." Like. Even when I go into work and shit like that, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I walk out for these motherfuckers.
If I have to prove a point,
if I have to prove a point, like I'm that petty, like fuck, I would
I'm
die on my word. It's so bad, like. Fuck
I'll fuck myself over just out of spite. Yeah. Out of spite to you. I'll fuck my whole financial system up just to spite you. Fuck you. There.
That'll show you guys.
Yeah, I'll show you. I lost my house and car. I don't like people playing on my phone.
You'll bear this burden. Shit.
You happy now? I'm doing shitty. I ate dry noodles because my water's cut off and they were crunchy, and I chipped a tooth and can't afford a dentist. So fuck you. I win.
That's a whap.
Next.
I had a question actually thinking about you guys talking earlier was
when you guys obviously do comedy, is your main focus like your passion of drive, like because you want to get famous and get out there and make that like your career, or is it you do it like therapeutically and it just makes you feel good to just do it, and if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
No, I want to take off. I want to make a bunch of money.
That's the plan, right?
And fuck chicks that are way out of my range. But that's not like my only motivation. Like I actually enjoy when it's going well, being up there on stage, and like if you get an applause, like there's nothing that matches. Like I've smoked crack before, and there's nothing that matches that applause break. And when you have to stop talking for a few minutes, if you're not going to step on your laugh, which you shouldn't, there's not like nothing. If you're into entertaining and writing jokes and like watching yourself progress through stuff, there's no greater feeling. It feels amazing. So both, but also I do want to make it and be famous. Like I'm not gonna be one of those douchebags. It's it's about the art, man. The money doesn't matter. Fuck you. Go get a job at Kinko's. You're in the fucking way.
Most definitely.
I think I've heard someone say that.
If you ain't doing because if you ain't doing for the cho-chos, man, it ain't.
Yeah.
You just out here just.
I want it all. It all motivates me. It's a mix.
I want it all too, but just on my own terms.
No, yeah, exactly, and that's what I love about comedy. And by want it all, I mean like I want the laughs. Like I'm there genuinely enjoying myself, entertaining people, and I love it when people. Like I'm a pleaser. When they love it, I love it. The more energy they give me, the more I give back, and I love that. And I do love the fact that like with comedy, it can be like that kind of, I guess you can call it like rock star mentality, where like you're filming a show like on TV and they're like, now do it this way. You're like, no, I'm not going to do it that way. And like comics are the first ones that get fired from a show because they're like, I'm not doing that pussy ass, fake ass bullshit. It's going to make your show look dumb and me look bad. Yeah. And if you don't listen, then fuck you. You can fail on your own.
And especially if you know yourself a lot, like, you know damn well I'm not going to do this. The homies in the hood is not going to.
I've agreed to do so many things I knew I wasn't going to do.
Yeah.
I've done it so many times.
Like, forget that, bro. Like, nah, you ain't. Nah, I'm going to do it like this, all right? Or don't have it. Why you call me up here then? Yeah. You check my track record?
I'm the ghetto Frank Sinatra. I'm going to do it my way. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
Fuck you, like.
I did a show recently where they didn't tell me till the show was starting and I was headlining that I had to be clean or close to PG-13. I was like, oh, okay. And I just went up there. I was like, what the fuck is up? I went right in. I just did what I wanted to do. I closed with a story about a doctor fingering my butt and then fisting me. I was like, I don't care. He's still going to pay me. Watch.
Yeah. That was the drive-in. I was there.
Yeah. And they still paid. And coincidentally, he couldn't even hear the audio, so it didn't matter.
I thought that show turned out pretty good for you. I thought that was pretty good.
It was fun. Yeah. Thanks. It was weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do how was that? That was pretty dope, though.
It was cool, but at the same time, you couldn't hear yourself on stage because there was no PA system. All your audio was coming through the cars, and they had cameramen filming you, and you're up on a big screen next to the stage also. But it's weird because it's like you're talking to these two cameramen, and I try to do if I was on filming a special, I'd look at this moment at the camera or something like that. I don't know. I probably didn't do it right, but I still try to pause for the timing because all you can hear is the generators that are powering everything. You can't. There's no speaker. You can hear yourself saying it just like I'm talking now. Yeah. And it was just fucking weird because there was people there, but they would honk and flash their lights for the laughs. So still, it just didn't equate. Like it was different. It didn't seem the same.
That's pretty weird. Man, fuck comedy, bro. People get real creative. I believe this. They should put just so everybody can still be somewhat around everybody. Everybody just should have their own little box.
Fuck that gets hot. My idea was you have me come to a place and it's like a club with a small stage. On each, instead of chairs, they got tripods with iPads or tablets facing you, and everybody can sit at home, but you can see them and they can see you because you're FaceTiming, and then they can still laugh out loud because it's still, you can hear the sound, maybe hook up some speakers. It was like a weird idea.
That means everything will be
heckle you.
Yeah, they're going to do that anyways, though. I've been doing comedy 5 years, and, people are just going to yell shit out no matter what.
Man, that's a lot of fucking TV.
And that also allows me to be like, shut the fuck up or I'll close your screen. Well,
Screen left! Screen 4, 5, 7. Yeah. That's like what they're doing on NBA right now because they're in the bubble. I'm watching NBA. I'm watching the playoffs and everything. And are any of you guys watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see when they have all the people that have the season tickets are streaming in. That's those faces that are all streaming in and stuff. And some people were doing questionable shit on some of the pictures, but like you'd have that possibly.
Yeah, the Rangers. Have you seen what they're doing with like baseball?
Yeah, they have cutouts of people at movies and Weekend at Bernie's and all that shit. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I would moon it. I'd send a picture of my ass. I'm gonna give it a spin here.
Now it's gonna be real weird with football. So
it's gonna be weird. We'll see what happens. But, I don't like that one. I'll spin it again.
Was it like 2 over?
I like that.
My ex used to.
Oh,
so
shit.
Something your ex used to do that used to piss you off, or
Not suck dick. Funky motherfucker.
Yeah, those ones would definitely be X's if they don't do that shit.
No, I need that.
No.
I need that.
Don't suck dick. You better eat this meat.
That gonna happen.
You gonna eat this
That
meat.
gonna happen.
Homie don't play that.
I had an ex when Jason's wife is half black, and like when she first met my girlfriend, or my girlfriend at the time first met her, we're riding in the car and she said the N-word, and we were all like, "What the fuck?" And she's looking, I'm like, I'm Mexican, I'm not even white. Why are you saying that? And I was like, plus Megan's half black, and it was just awkward for a while after that.
Yeah, because it was quiet till we got where we were going, and then you explained it to her, and it was just like,
Yeah, and the relationship ended shortly after that. I was like, she threw up on me too another time. I was like, racist, and you don't know where to point your throw up. We're done.
it's funny she's a follower of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not that one. It's another one.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know. I haven't
got
watched her
some
before.
stalkers?
She was kind of ugly anyways. Whatever.
You know what? I had an ex that she got so upset with me because I'm sure I can be an annoying person at times from time to time. And
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she like attempted to like act like she was gonna strangle herself, and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like,
She's trying to Mark fear you?
Yeah, I was like,
Hit yourself in the chest?
I was like, I don't think that works that way. She's like, "Ah!" And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let me know how that turns out.
She's trying to choke herself out.
Think that don't work that way. Man.
Yeah, no, I laughed, and so then that hurt her feelings because I laughed about it. I can go on with more stories. Should we just keep it on this subject? Yeah.
I had an ex that we would like go up, me and Jason and his wife and my ex and me would go out to places, like to a concert or something. We'd get drunk, and she'd start crying about something that wasn't even going on at the moment and ruin the whole event for us. Like crying about something that happened weeks ago, and I'm like, what are you even talking? That was fucking weeks ago. What are you even talking about? I gotta stop watching Marilyn Manson because you want to cry about fucking dropping something at work. I don't know what happened. I wasn't listening, but I was just, she would do that shit like all the time, and I'm like, why are you even here?
I remember I was at that show. Shows
Yeah.
how good friends we are. I was at that show, and like I didn't let it ruin my good time. I still enjoyed the show.
Yeah, I know. Jason's over there.
I ignored the whole situation. I had
Smoking
no
a
input
joint,
at
drinking
all.
a margarita, having a great time.
Like they're all three like sitting right here having problems. We're like excellent seats at fucking Jexa. We're like behind the handicap row. I mean, it's like perfect spot. And they're like doing their whole thing, and her crying and them consoling her and all that. I'm like, fuck that.
I look over at Jason. He like fucking cheers me across the fucking thing, and I'm like, "Fuck you!" Yeah, she made us late, made us miss one of the bands we want to see.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You want to give us a spin here, Jason? Give
Yeah.
us a new song?
Yeah. There we go.
What does that say?
Bad things to say.
Bad things to say after you bust a nut.
Oh.
Come.
After
Yeah.
you come.
We've done that one. I don't know if I have anything for that one.
You don't have anything new?
Nothing new. I don't want to repeat ones that we've already
Bad
done.
Yeah.
I mean, the funniest one was one. Jason goes, "Bibbity boo, here's a drop of my goo."
Or you could be like, hey, you might want to go get checked out after this. You know, maybe something bad.
Or clean yourself up.
You probably have to wash that kid's blanket.
Hey. I cleaned this off for me.
You better not use that to change them with this shit.
What's for dinner?
Shut the door.
Here's $4. Have a good night.
$4.
You know, women actually do fuck for $4 though.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
I gotta find the deals.
Man,
I'm just playing.
shit, you
gotta move to the other side of town.
You gotta go to the scums, man. There's women out there, only thing they want to fuck is the 211 and the
That's
Big
one of
Mac
those
chicken.
weird things though. Like if she's charging $200, you're like, all right. But if she's charging $400, you're like, what's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? You gotta take a chance. That's only if you in a dry spell. That's only if you.
You're like, I'm still interested, but just what's going on? Why?
Why?
For? Why?
Why?
For?
Why?
Why?
Why? I just want to know why.
Why?
That's like if I'm buying a car and they're like, "I'll give it to you for $500." I'm like, "What's wrong with it?" But if they're like $1,500, I'm like, "You take 14?"
Yeah.
That's just like weed prices in the streets.
Yeah.
Like
Why it's only $5 a gram?
yeah.
Why? It's got lint stuck in it. Fucking someone's pubes. It's
Yeah.
there's some carpet dirt in it.
Like it gotta be something up with this. Is this CBD?
Yeah.
Is this CBD?
I've had people tell me recently I tricked with CBD instead of weed.
They're like, I'm not falling for
There's
that
been a
again.
lot of scums like that. Fuckers. Quit doing that shit. You get hurt in the streets like that, selling CBD.
I mean, it relaxes you, but it doesn't get you high. I take CBD gummies to fall asleep, but I mean, it's not. I don't get like, oh, I'm so high. I kind of just doze off.
Nah, I be dudes actually buy like pounds of CBD.
I think that's like some suburban shit, though, man. You got like some teenagers and shit fucking doing that with some people that live at home with their parents still running one of those games, you know?
Yeah.
So I do that to teenagers. Get some tree sap. Tell them it's wax. I got grams a shot of $35, yo.
Yo.
Meanwhile, you see on the paper next day, it's just like, some children died from inhaling fucking tree
They
sap.
were smoking maple. You see me down at the courthouse drilling into a tree with one of those old school drills. All right, you want to move on? Do some true crime?
Here we go.
How much time we got left?
We're right on time. About 10 minutes. We've got enough time for a couple stories.
Perfect.
All right.
Time for crime stories, bitch. Bitch. Bring your breakfast crime.
So, a man allegedly disrobed a jogging woman and ran away with her shorts while waving them over her head, is how the headline reads.
She was running and he ripped her shorts off?
Yeah, so
Or
it's,
they like, go ahead.
so this happened earlier this year. This was February 24th. A woman was jogging, obviously, in a place we like to call Florida. A little happy little place where strange shit happens.
The devil's fucking cockskin of the fucking country.
Do you know where in Florida?
With Largo?
Lutz.
And Lutz,
Yeah.
basically Largo.
Basically. So she was disrobed of her shorts while the suspect fled, and he waved them over his head as he ran away. This was in the afternoon, in broad daylight, mind you. Okay, the woman who was out jogging westbound by the exit of wherever the fuck out there, we don't live there. She was running on this trail towards her home. The attacker approached her from behind and pushed her to the ground. He began to disrobe her and pull off her shorts. Obviously, she thought immediately she was going to get raped.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
at least.
She's super scared.
Yeah.
Absolutely. After taking off her shorts, he then just took off and ran eastbound while he waved her shorts above his head. Just like, and waved them above her
Now, if he
his
would have
head.
screamed Whiskey Odo, they would have made him the governor.
Was she home base? Mary Lou was home
Yeah,
base?
she was home base. God damn it. Now Steve's in charge.
She didn't even know she was home base. That's what makes home base home base.
Yeah, exactly. It's a roaming base.
So the officer on the scene, Larry McKinnon of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Police Department.
Oh, don't get pulled
You
over by
remember
the
that?
Hillsborough sheriffs.
He says, anyone that knocks you down and pulls your pants off doesn't take much to start figuring out what's the potential next step in that particular type of scenario that's going to happen. If it's going to be robbery, if it's going to be rape, whatever, they take some type of valuables. In this case, it's a really bizarre set of circumstances that he would just knock her down, take her shorts, and then go running off into the woods. The victim sustained several abrasions and some bruising as a result of the attack. The guy was described as a white male, 5'10", 200, 230 pounds, stocky build, brown hair. Hey.
Just like me.
Is that
That's
you?
exactly me.
Where were you in February? Weren't you in Lutz, Florida?
I was in Florida not raping women. Yeah.
You're just running off with their pants.
I lost my shorts. I needed her shorts. She didn't want to give them up, so I took them. Is that, they never caught the guy? Is that why you're giving a description?
Yeah. He was last seen wearing a gray Columbia-style shirt, short-sleeve shirt, khaki shorts, blue Nike athletic shorts, two-tone cap, mirror, aviator-style sunglasses.
And that's
He
me in
dressed
Florida.
just like you.
When I go to Florida, that's how I dress. I keep a special pair of Florida aviators.
Damn, Mikey B.
This is connected with another incident, though, too. The suspect may be connected to a similar incident and another similar incident and at the end of January where the suspect grabbed the female by the arm, took their shirt or their purse. That was one time and one another.
He's building an outfit one piece at a time. he didn't want to leave anybody completely ass out.
Yeah.
Like, that shirt will match these shorts. At least he's matching the colors, I bet.
He's probably like, oh shit, he sees her with that bag. He's like, that bag would go great with that fucking...
Oh, that's Coach, and that's the real one, too. I can tell. Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't get raped, but they didn't catch the guy. That's
Thank goodness. But
yeah,
too
he's
bad. Yeah.
building a wardrobe on the fly.
I wonder if there's any other reports anywhere of this happening, or maybe he's just changed his MO. I mean, now he's just stealing shoes.
He probably just do it in Lutz.
Mm-hmm.
He probably just do it in Lutz, Florida.
Yeah.
It's like a Lutz, Florida thing. You know, he probably got a tradition or something.
I bet he's doing it out on the beach. Like someone takes their shirt off, he takes it. Somebody takes their shorts off. He just couldn't make it to the beach that day.
Yeah. I just got to get somebody's shit.
I just got to get
That's
somebody.
a thing. I got to get it.
Maybe he's selling like sweaty shorts on the internet, like free smells. Or not free smells. He's like, you know, like girls will sell their dirty underwear online.
Oh,
He has like
yeah.
a fake, like a catfish account. He posts he's a beautiful woman and
I
sells
thought-
some sweaty shorts.
My speculation on this was I thought that actually maybe somebody might have been filming from across the way, and this was like just like you've seen films where they do that
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Mostly
like
they do it
pranks?
like in China and stuff like that, where they'll like lift their shirt up off their head and just like to show their titties. They're like, oh, in the streets, or flip up their dress and stuff.
And you, I think I've told you about this. I think you probably already knew about it anyways. But in like Japan, they'll do these videos and they're prank videos where dudes will like get in the alley, like in a public area, and they'll jerk off almost till they finish. And right before they come, they'll run over to like a Japanese schoolgirl on a bench or a lady on a bench, and they'll just come all over them real quick and run off.
fuck?
Yeah. And the Japanese ladies, instead of like getting mad and screaming, they're just like, oh, they start like laughing and they're like kind of ashamed. that
Almost like they
came
got, they're
off.
like they know they got. They're like, oh,
They're like, oh, you got me. It's like
me.
dripping. They're like, you just run up and come on a stranger.
What?
Yeah.
You're like, I gotta go to fucking Korea now, right?
It's like, I'm not ordering number 37 ever again. This shit's ridiculous.
Fuck that. So anytime on broad daylight, motherfucker might get nut on.
Yeah, middle of the day. It'd be like in Tokyo, like in a fucking big area where people are just hanging out. Like on park bench. They just run out and they'll just come on them real quick and run off.
Who down there?
It'll be like a compilation video.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of like balconies too. Don't walk under the balconies. You're probably getting jizzed on if you feel some
Yeah.
wet drops.
Oh, yeah.
Some marshmallow rain. So making s'mores.
Some jizz rain.
My bad.
Got time for another story?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You got a man attempted to rob a closed KFC.
There's no chicken going. Like, if you're going to rob a KFC, at least make sure
why
you
you
can get a
do
12
that?
piece, too.
Well, hold on a second. Maybe he knows that they still had some chicken left because the people that work there do take chicken home. I worked there one summer when I was younger, so
Yeah.
I know they have plenty of chicken to take home. At the
Any
end of the
fast
day.
food place I worked at that wasn't 24 hours, I made extra so
Was
I
it
could
closed
take
for
some home.
good or was it
No, for the
just
evening.
closed
For the evening. Yes. So
Oh.
he points the gun at the employees to attempt to force them to reopen the restaurant. All right. I guess there's a story behind this. On Sunday, actually, holy shit, this just happened this month. August 5th, possibly hungry 27-year-old Antonio Stevens pointed a gun at a female KFC employee in an attempt to force her to reopen the fast food eatery. This was in your favorite place, Dover.
Dover, Delaware?
Yeah.
And he's robbing.
What's another city in besides Dover?
I don't know. Is there
East Dover.
East
remember?
Dover, yeah. East Dover is another city, and it's just the other side of Dover.
So this is where it happened. So it happened at 11:15 p.m. He approached the 38-year-old female who was standing outside the KFC located on Forest Avenue in Dover, Delaware. The employee was waiting outside for her ride home from work when she was approached by Stevens, who demanded that she open the store back up. The female employee advised him that she did not have access to open the store. And after not being able to reopen the store, he demanded her personal belongings. He pulled out a handgun, pointed it at her. The victim and the assailant had a brief struggle before Stevens fled without any of her belongings. So she held on to her purse. She didn't let that
Yeah,
shit
she's like,
go.
fuck you. Get your own that's what I like.
I'm gonna have to stand in line at the DMV. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, get a new license.
Coronavirus right now.
I got warrants. I can't go to the DMV and get a new license. Fuck you. That's why I'm like, you gonna rob a person of their personal things? Fuck that. Rob the establishment.
You don't need my
They're
shit.
insured. You gonna steal my shit? Fuck you, dude. The safe's in there. You want the combination? You got a gun? I'll just say you holding to my head.
Yeah.
Don't take my shit, dude. These are my shoes.
So what ended up happening was the police showed up, they searched the scene, they found him and took him into custody. So he was like still lurking about in the area, I guess.
Man, no chicken. He didn't get nothing. All he got.
He was like, "What's up with that chicken?
He's
What's
like-
going on?" Man?
It's like at least 3 hots in a cot. Fuck it.
They found him and took him into custody following a brief foot chase. Officers also located a mask and a BB gun that were used in the incident.
Oh, he held her up with a BB gun.
Yeah.
He's really in dire times. He can't even afford a proper gun.
This guy's a studio gangster, for sure. You know,
Oh man,
Hey, maybe he just got out the pen and
Yeah,
he's starting over.
trying to do it for the ground, man. You can't do that.
He's held on $6,500 bond if anybody's interested in helping him.
$6,500.
Which is $650 if you pay a
With
bail
bondsman.
bondsman, right?
Yeah, with a bondsman.
And nobody's bailing him out. He robbed KFC.
Yeah,
and he didn't get far on
he
foot
did-
because he only
he
eats
did-
KFC.
You did something stupid. At least rob Chicken Express.
Right?
They probably have more cash on hand.
Yeah, like at least rob them.
And KFC, stop closing so goddamn early. Every time I
Yeah.
think about a bucket of chicken, it's like 11. I'm like, damn, they close like an hour
Yeah, you
ago.
pass them and the lights are off. You're like, oh shit.
Like, what the fuck?
You
Everyone
got
else is still
ain't big, man. Rob Chick-fil-A, bro.
Oh, yeah, take that
You got-
straight hetero male money.
Yeah.
Take that Christian money.
Yeah.
Don't rob Chick-fil-A. That's
taking
some
the
very
Lord's
nice
money
people,
there.
by the
Yeah,
way.
don't rob Chick-fil-A. You'll get stuck in the drive-thru line.
Or you'll end up going to hell or purgatory. Over
Why
this
does
shit.
Chick-fil-A make it so complicated, too? Every time you turn in,
Hey,
you
you
gotta
know what?
circle down three fucking times.
And Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday too. So basically, you could do it on their day off. Like
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be there.
nobody's gonna be there, bro. Like
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A basically said who robbed Jesus.
They're like, it's God's day. He's watching the money.
Yeah, fuck you, Chick-fil-A, for taking kids in and giving them good jobs at good pay and livable wages and having Sunday off. Man, you guys are fucking bastards, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your great chicken.
Your delicious chicken, gay bashing bastard careers. Chick-fil-A's so good, though. I've heard plenty of gay people be like, I don't care. They can hate gays.
Yeah, they're like, I would
They're like, this chicken's so good, I almost hate gays. That was fun, man. Let's wrap it up. Thanks for coming out, Danny. Glad to have you on. Why don't you tell us where some of your social media can be found?
You can find me on Danny J the Joke Slanger on Instagram, Snapchat,
TikTok.
No,
No.
I don't even have a TikTok, man. I try to understand that shit, but I don't.
My wife's obsessed with it. I know all about
can't.
it.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. You got any shows coming up or anything?
Shit, no.
No, I got the
Show
one
at my
this week.
house if y'all want to come. Show at my house, baby.
Bring a side dish.
Yeah, bring a dish and stuff. Bring some liquor.
Yeah, I'm thinking of actually doing some backyard shows here. If so, I'll have you on one. We got a pool in the back. We got a spot for a stage. My roommate's a musician. He's in like 4 bands, so we're thinking of doing like music in the evening, like an hour before dark. They do like a 45-minute set, and then right at dark we do like an hour-long comedy show, like next to the pool or something.
Yeah.
Like, just get a keg and $5 a cup,
Oh shit.
something like that.
Yeah.
BYOC, bring
Sounds
your own
like
chair.
fun.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need people.
I keep talking about it for like a year now. I still haven't fucking done it. I'm so
Oh yeah,
lazy.
I've been trying to think of some things. I did a few house gigs.
Oh, here,
during
Denton,
this
I've done a
time,
ton, and
like-
they're fun.
Like they're fun as fuck. So it's just trying to get in twain. Like ain't that much open mics. Like people ain't accustomed to.
The
having
world's
open
changing.
places.
Yeah.
it's
Everything's
like
there's a few
changing
open
and
mics,
shit.
but the world's changing and it's weird.
And it's very weird. Like,
I've been to quite a few and it's weird, but I
Yeah.
need that valid. We're like crackheads. We want that
Yeah.
stage time. Like, you got stage time? You
Yeah,
got stage- what
like
stage?
I heard out here, Dusty's was like,
I didn't go this week, but I went. They
I
shut
heard
down
it was
again.
pretty
I was
good.
going before that, but I haven't been back since they just opened back up. But yeah,
fuck
but
it, we gotta do it underneath the sewage, bro. We tired of this shit.
yeah. But I'm going to wrap this up. You can find us on Instagram at The Open Mic Podcast. Mike is spelled like my name, M-I-K-E. Same on Facebook. Just search that. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a comment. Tell us we suck. Tell them we force you to do it. Say whatever you want. I can care less what you say, but it does help us drive up in their analytics or whatever. I don't even know what analytics. I don't understand what they're doing because they won't show us. But leave us a comment. Feel free to send us a message on social media. We'll
Hey, and
shut
if
your
you, see any of
podcast
our,
out.
if you see any of our stories on Facebook, like do a thumb or a heart or a care or something, it doesn't even tell people that you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only tells us it'll be our little secret. I won't tell anybody, babe. I promise. No, but also, what's the Twitter, Jason?
Open Mic 5000.
Have you been tweeting?
I have been.
You haven't? Okay, good.
haven't.
Because I still have not logged in. This is
Yeah,
like the 30th
every episode has its systematic spot there with a saying and some other thoughts and stuff. So
It's good.
yeah, it's real
good.
good. It's real good.
Yeah, it's real good. And that's it. We had a good time. Bye.